Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 tips for transitioning to natural hair, and this is for those of you that have recently started out on your transitioning journey, or if you're thinking about transitioning, so hopefully you'll find this video useful. So tip number 1, remember your why. And what I mean by that is your reason why you want to transition to natural. You know, a reason that's going to motivate you and keep you going when things get tough along the way. Without a valuable reason, then it's going to be easy to give up. So you have to kind of know why you want to transition, you know, and make sure that it's you that wants to do it and that it's not someone else that's telling you that you should, because again, it will be easy just to say, you know, you're done with it when things get difficult and just give up. For me, one of my reasons for transitioning to natural hair was the fact that I had been on my relaxed hair journey for 8 years. I'd achieved what I set out to achieve in my relaxed hair journey 8 years ago, over 8 years ago. And, you know, I kind of went from jaw or neck length to bra strap length, which was my goal. And then I kind of got to mid-back length as well. So, you know, I kind of got to a stage where I felt, you know what, I've done that now, and I kind of want to get to know my natural hair, which I know nothing about. So that is the reason why I decided to transition. So find your reason and make sure that you keep going no matter what happens. Tip number 2, do your research. So before you get started, you kind of need to know where you're going. You kind of need to know what methods you're going to be implementing, you know, and the techniques you're going to be using. So, you know, go and look at places like YouTube. There's so many videos where you can watch other people's transitioning journeys and get some tips on what to do. There's also lots of blogs out there. There's lots of articles. There's also a book by an author called Audrey. I'm not going to pronounce her surname in case I get it wrong, but she has The Science of Transitioning. I've not read that book, but I do have her book, The Science of Black Hair, which I'm still reading, and that book is really, really good. So I'm sure the transitioning book will be just as good as well. So yeah, you know, you can check that book out if you're looking for, you know, a resourceful, you know, information that you can use to help you along the way. So yeah, do your research so that when you start out, you've kind of well equipped and you know exactly how to get going. Tip number 3, implement a good hair care regime. So you want to make sure that you're washing your hair frequently, whether that's weekly, every 2 weeks, and you want to make sure that you are, most importantly, deep conditioning your hair every time as well, and in making sure that you're incorporating both moisture and protein into your hair care regime. You know, doing those is really going to help in keeping your hair strong and healthy, and also you want to make sure that you're moisturizing your hair regularly, using oils to seal the moisture in your hair if you need to, and just making sure that you're keeping your hair healthy, because along the transitioning journey, things can get a little bit tough and your hair may go through some difficult and tough times. So you want to make sure that you are following a healthy hair care regime to keep your hair in good condition. So tip number 4, low maintenance and protective hairstyles. So along your transitioning journey, things can get tough. You may be dealing with lots of knots and tangles. It may be difficult for you to style your hair, and you may just want to put your hair away or just do something different. So low maintenance hairstyles are things like braid outs, twist outs, flexi rods, perming rods, things like that, where you style your hair and your hair can last for a couple of days without you having to manipulate or style it. So that is low maintenance styles. Then you've got protective styles, which can be box braids, weaves, wigs, crochet braids, or things like that, where your hair is actually tucked away, so you don't have to worry about it at all. For me, I actually wore box braids for 6 weeks. I think that was probably after 9 months into my transition. And then at about 13 months post, I think I then got a wig, which I wore for 2 months. So I mostly managed my own hair throughout the transitioning journey. But yeah, I wore box braids and wigs, which was helpful and gave me a break from my hair when I needed it. So yeah, just find a protective style or low maintenance style that may be useful to you, that will help you to get through your transitioning journey when things get a bit difficult. Tip number 5, avoid using too much heat. Okay, so we all know that high heat, excessive high heat and regular usage of high heat can be damaging to the hair. Now what it is, when you're transitioning, you're going from relaxed to natural hair. So that is already a big task within itself. So if you're using a lot of heat on your hair, excessive heat, and you're not protecting your hair, there is a possibility that you could experience heat damage. So the last thing that you would want is to be trying to transition to natural hair and then experiencing heat damage, and then having to transition from heat damage back to your natural hair again. Can be a bit too much. So if you can, avoid using heat. If you must use it, make sure that the heat is relatively low, and that you're using heat protectants as well. Myself personally, I didn't use any heat throughout my transition. I didn't really use heat much when I was relaxed either. I only used it when I was doing relaxer updates, length check videos, which was every 3 months. But since I've started when I started my transitioning journey, I didn't use any heat at all. So I've not used it since September 2015, I believe. And I don't really feel the need to use any heat. So yeah, if you can, avoid it. But if you must use it, make sure that it's not too high and that you are protecting your hair with heat protectant. Tip number 6, expect knots, tangles and breakage. Now, I'm not saying that that is going to happen to you, but just expect it, as in be prepared for it, because for me personally, I did experience a lot of knots, tangles and matting, and I experienced a lot of breakage as well. Unfortunately for me, I was going through postpartum shedding at the time, and that's one of the worst times to go through your transitioning journey. So yeah, it was really difficult for me, and as I said, because of the result of detangling my hair did break. So yeah, as I said, just be prepared for it. You may not experience it, or it may not be as severe. If you're not going through postpartum shedding, then that's good for you. But yeah, just be prepared in case you do, and so you're not kind of taken by surprise. Which brings me on to my next tip, tip number 7, find a good detangling spray. Now, detangling sprays can be lifesavers. I personally love using the mane and tail detangling, the tangles and knot solution. This spray I've been using for a long time, and it kind of has really helped with detangling my hair of knots and stuff like that. And whenever I am managing my hair, if I'm washing my hair for example, I always spray my hair first before manipulating it, because that really helps to remove tangles. So that is a good product. If you're looking for a detangling spray, then do check that out. But if you've already got one that you like, then stick with that, and just make sure you've got one on hand and you're ready to go, just in case you get caught up in a situation where you have got knots and tangles and you need a detangling spray. You've got one on hand. So make sure you've got one, and use it when you need to. So tip number 8, handle your hair with care. Now, during your transitioning journey, as I said about tangles and knots, sometimes you can get a little bit frustrated. You're detangling your hair and it's taking ages, and you can kind of get a little bit rough, impatient, and you start ripping your hair out. Don't do it. Just kind of take your time, breathe, and keep going. Just make sure that when you're dealing with your hair, you haven't got anywhere else to go. Yeah, that is just you and your hair until your hair is done, because it can be frustrating. For me, the matting was so frustrating. There was a time when I actually wanted to get the scissors out and just cut my hair and just cut it off. That thought went through my mind. I didn't do it, but it was really frustrating. So but just take your time, and just detangle as much as you can, and use your detangling spray, and everything should be all right. So tip number 9, follow others for motivation. So there may be a time when you're in your transitioning journey and you're kind of feeling like you might want to give up, or you're kind of tired of the process, or you're just thinking I'm just done with it. Just look for others that you feel motivate you or uplift you. Someone's video or someone's blog post or article or a book that you can read to motivate you and keep you going on this journey. What you don't want to do is end up giving up and then starting back at a later date. You want to kind of complete the transitioning journey and be done, and then continue on with your new journey. So yeah, just find people who are uplifting, someone that is going to keep you on track, so that whenever you feel like giving up or you can't be bothered, then you've got that place to go to. And last but not least, tip number 10, track your progress. Now, for me, I tracked my progress from the very beginning. I did videos from 20 weeks post right up to 15 months post, and you know, I kind of wanted to see how my hair progressed throughout my journey. And obviously when I first started out, there wasn't much growth, and as the months have gone on, as I tracked it through pictures and through videos, I could really see how my hair progressed. And it's nice to have something that you can look back on, so you know that you're actually making progress, because sometimes if you don't track it, you may think that nothing is really happening, but you know, in having pictures or videos, you can really see that, you know, there is progress and that you are doing well on your journey. So yeah, make sure you track your progress, so you're more likely to keep going on your journey. Okay guys, so that is it from me. I hope you found these tips useful and that it's going to encourage and motivate you on your transitioning journey. If you've got any questions or comments about anything that I didn't cover, or just any other question, then do comment below and let me know. Also, don't forget to click the like button and share it with someone who you feel will benefit from this video. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.